The car is all stacked up. Ready to go out for some practice in these two rigs. Got lucky with the weather here. We are gravy, baby. Let's go get some seat time. What's happening, T-Money? Sloop! About to go into qualifying. Had a pretty rough practice, got some good laps in, then the fuel pump got too hot on us, so we had to wait for a fuel pump. Riley's girlfriend Jo and RJ mission it to Riley's place, got us a fuel pump. We're installing it now, and we're hopefully gonna just throw a Hail Mary for the first 2 laps of practice. Jason's here helping, the old man's here helping, the whole team helping, RJ's helping.
Who are we looking at?
You.
Me.
Yeah, you. Eating the Roma pizza. Car's good. Mike's getting the fuel pump in now. It's day 1 here, Saturday.
Gotta have a good fuel pump.
Gotta have
Good fuel pump.
good fuel pump. So far, yesterday we went through an alternator, and then end of day we destroyed a diff. So we got all that fixed, and we're about to go out for hopefully some qualifying here soon. Did 2 runs. First run kind of kept it easy just to feel it out, put a score on the board. Second run turned it up a little bit. Knew what I had to do differently. We got a 75 or 74, one of the two. So we're in battling today. And then the top 3 guys from today's battle move on to tomorrow's big show. But yeah, we're stoked. The car feels good. It's definitely very different than what I'm used to. 2J dog box. I'm used to V8, but not pumped on that aspect of it because it's allowing me to improve as a driver and a lot of different techniques to the throttle, being a turbo car, keeping it in boost. I said earlier in my vlog video that it makes 550 wheel. I don't know where I got that number. I think somebody told me that a few years ago when it had the old comp motor in it. Apparently it makes just around 400. It's a stock 2J with some injectors and whatnot. The car feels good. Really enjoying driving a 2J turbo car. It makes good noises. And yeah, we're basically going to be going into the top 16 soon. I'm battling Keep It Reet. Super chill dude. Should be a good battle because his car makes similar power to mine. So we're gonna go out there, have some fun, and see how it goes.
And then for something completely different, we have got a Subaru Impreza, which drifts with a 2JZ.
Yep.
This is still blowing my mind here today. I just feel like this is an interesting, and it's going up against an R32 Skyline with probably the least amount of horsepower on the grid. So this is going to be a very interesting battle.
Yeah, both cars don't have a ton of grip. So
Two cars, 8 doors,
yeah,
2 drivers, and it's going to be Liam Stafford in the lead position. We got Jason Farron all the way from Australia to keep it read R32 in the chase. Late initiation from Liam there. Oh, it looked too late to me. Yeah, dropping a wheel off the track. Just left that one a little lazy as Jason backs off there as they transition back. Oh, very close from Jason Farron as he starts to turn the dial into that last corner. Jason not got the pace to be up on his business, but he's going to try and close that gap. But look at Liam pushing wide early there. He's going to hit the grass. He's going to put 2 wheels off across the finish line.
Here, kind of a herky-jerky initiation. The car doesn't kind of snap to initiation like he wants, which pushes him wide to the zone. Gets that nice dirt shot at our drone. And as you can see him transitioning through here, you can just tell this car does not have a lot of side bite. It makes good jams, good 600 horsepower, but just does not want to slow down when you want it to slow down.
No.
Jason falling behind a little bit. And you can see here with Liam, you can watch how that car just pushes out. He's trying to get the car back in. He's throwing the wheel speed.
You can even see the front brake locking a little bit,
Yeah.
but he's just, the car was said, we're going over there.
The only way to deal with the car is you just throw angle at it and then try and power out.
Yeah,
Like,
and I think on a track where it's so line-based like this, that doesn't
Yeah.
work because you got to slow all that momentum down. So 2 wheels off the track from Liam, and I would say a good one. Definitely for the people over there in the bleachers, 1 wheel definitely went off the track. They had the remnants of that in their face right now.
Yeah, they're wiping their brow.
They're wiping their brow with that. So Liam dropping a wheel. So now Jason with not the perfect chase run, but doesn't make as big errors as Liam does. And then he's now in the lead position. So he gets a solid lead in here. But can't Jason connect outer zone 4 to 5 is his issue with so little power.
Well, let's see here as Jason comes up to the line. Has a much better initiation than Liam had. And Liam getting in there, tucking in. Hopefully get that power down to the ground. Jason throwing some mad style at this. Let's watch as they transition back through into the hardest section of our track. But, did Jason straighten there? Liam doesn't care. He's diving in. But you can see once again how hard that STI is to handle. It is meant for off-roading. It is not meant for drifting. But Liam doing a good job, at least putting on a great show.
I love seeing something so different on track.
Yeah.
Just, you think you see everything when you go everywhere, and then all of a sudden you're like, I haven't seen that.
This car has been around, I want to say 14 years.
Wow.
Like, it's been around for a long time.
Look at this, a pretty good proximity there. As you can see, Jason not getting all the way out there. I think Jason is kind of doing what the car will do, not what he wants to do. And you can see it here. Like, he's full throttle here. He's on the right line.
Yeah.
But he has to momentarily straighten just because the car has no more to give. And then just when he gets to the right point that he can transition, that's all he can do. He's been doing it all day. So it's not like a mistake as such. It's just kind of like it won't do it.
It's not new news. It's not like Liam would be shocked that this is going on.
He would have been able to predict that. So Nick Swan giving them a big round of applause as they go by. Liam and Jason Farron going up to get their results. And I think Jason will be proud of it's a borrowed car from Randy Trong. So this is a base level practice car. Right? This is a car that is just for fun. It's not a big comp car. But Jason flying in from Australia said, any car being part of the show is better than not being in the show, right? So let's see which way the 2 very interesting individuals, and one of them is going to go through to the grade 8. Will it be the man from Australia or the man in the Subaru Impreza? Real life, people. Real life
this
drifting.
is happening right now.
2023. Here it is. Give it up, guys, for Jason Farron and Liam Stanford. And the winner is there's no winner.
Time.
It's a one more time. A one more time between Jason Farron and Liam Stanford. And I can see that.
Yeah.
The straight from Jason, the dirt drops from
Liam.
Balancing each other off. That's an Australian phrase.
I've heard a few Australian phrases, but I don't think I can say any of them on air.
Exactly. So here we go.
Liam Stanford out front.
Oh, late initiation from Liam Stanford as Jason Farron dives into the chase position. Liam Stanford wide. You can see the sun setting. Looks beautiful here at Toronto Motorsports Park. As they transition back, Jason Farron getting a bit more aggressive this time. But can he keep that R32 at angle? He can. And this is where it's won and lost. Down here, look at this. Oh, big wash again from Liam. He's going even wider than the first time. Barely keeping it on track and allowing Jason back into the battle.
Wow. I thought he was going to lose it.
He was,
thought it was
I
over.
think he was. Everything was locked up there. He
Yeah.
was like, just don't go off the track. And if it did, it would be well capable because it's Subaru and it'd be fine. It would just drive straight out again. In fact,
Exactly.
it's probably attracted to the off-road.
Yeah, that could be the case. It would have just driven to the next rally event.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, done here.
The Impreza's like, what am I doing going sideways here? I should be sideways over there.
Grass magnet.
So
Yeah.
here we go. You can see Jason doing a good job. You know, Jason, that, I suppose, lighter line that he comes in a little later on suits that car a little bit more than his lead line. So he doesn't straighten up. He does miss some zones in the chase, but this is the point where I think the mistake is made. Liam Stanford going wide. He's off throttle here as well because he knows he's going up. You know, it didn't go off too far, to be honest. He did really well. He missed the inner zone, but he did really well not to go off the track. So Jason allowed him to get that little bit of proximity that he mightn't have due to pace, other than that mistake.
I think Liam, too, I mean, he comes from driving BMWs, and I think he's just waiting for that side bite to come in. It's so hard to fight that when it becomes instinct and you drive.
Yeah, you get used to it.
So
You
different.
get used to a certain chassis or setup, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're like, this car does nothing that car did.
He's just got to huck a ton of angle at it. Honestly, that's the best way to drive that car is just throw as much angle as possible.
So Jason Farron from Australia and Kiva Reed in the lead as he comes through the gears. Transitioning up onto the wall. Nice. Oh, look at that, up onto the wall from Jason Farron. And Liam playing a little bit of catch-up right now as Jason Farron looking very smooth through the center section. Not a lot of angle from both drivers. Although a bit of a mistake from Liam. He's going to get very early to the edge of the track. Have to straighten this one out, I think. Gets away with it. Jason Farron now on the inside of the track. Look at this, putting a wheel up on the curb and a little bit of a gap pulled at the end by Jason Farron. And that's from having the correct line. If you're on the correct line, you get that kind of slingshot out of the last corner. You're not kind of washing off the circuit. So Jason doing a good job. Liam, no major errors. I thought he was going to straighten up in the chase, but somehow managed to make it work.
No, he did a great job here. He initiated way shallower just to try and make sure that he wasn't going to hit Jason out front. And Liam doing a pretty decent job here in the chase, all things considered. But that being said, Jason out front, I mean, as you said, he's running a bit shallower. He's running less horsepower, but he's doing a good job. Liam can see how far back he gets and then just gets on the go pedal and starts to bring that gap in. And he made the correction to his mistake before where he initiated way earlier for that last zone and then gets back on the power.
I think one of the things that I probably would notice from that is the fact that Liam did the wrong line.
Yeah.
He went on too much angle the other way, and he got caught. He got away with it because he did a little horsepower in the car.
Yeah.
But he was on the wrong line, missing the zone. So maybe the judges having a look at that as well. Just, you know, there's little nuances here that's going to make a big difference. And this is a battle that can't go one more time again. So a decision has to be made between Jason Farron and Liam Stanford here. And someone's going through to the top 8 to take on Lee Yearwood.
That'll be a good battle. No matter who's going on, it'll be a good battle.
Who's going to get the win? It's going to be Jason Farron. Jason Farron gets the win and goes through to our top 8. Amazing. People from Australia coming to Canada to drive Japanese cars against Subarus with Japanese engines in front of a... Yeah, there's a lot to take in here.
It's a lot.
You might have to process this on Wednesday.
It's going to take me a bit. I'm not going to lie.
But
I've taken Monday off just to try and get my head around this whole
But
weekend.
I'm going to be honest, I hope it's not the last time I see a Subaru in President competition. Absolutely love that car. Liam Stanford did himself proud. As you said, tough car to drive, did really well.
Alright, so just finished a while ago, finished our top 16 battle. We qualified 18th to 30, which is okay. We went one more time battle with Keep It Reet, Jason, super rad dude. Ended up losing in the OMT. Honestly, our cars are pretty evenly matched because STI makes around 400, his car makes around 400, Star B. It was a good battle. My first lead, I threw it a little bit too hard and kind of went out of the track limits. My chase was really good. I was on my chase. We went one more time. I thought that because in his initial chase with me, he was about 2 car lengths back. I figured I could dial my lead back in one more time, just to not risk going off track. But he had changed tires, and man, he was right on me on his chase. So I didn't really expect that. And then my chase is pretty much the same as my first chase. Like, it was close enough, but it wasn't enough to seal the deal. So, yeah, all in all, good battle, good weekend. This car was a hell of a learning experience. I'm stoked on that. Good burnout.
Wait, which one's the front? That is
Little one there. And
oh, you're doing a video. I'm so
we're jamming tomorrow. We're gonna go for some ride-alongs. We'll still have some fun. It's now a challenge for me to figure this car out, and that's a wrap. Alright, what's happening, guys? It's the start of day 2. The cars are firing up. Boys are going up for the first round of practice. This session is just for the guys who made it into the final top 16, so the big show today. After that, it's going to be an hour and a half of just a jam session, so we're going to take the STI back out. We're going to keep jamming in that car. Now it's kind of just a challenge. I want to figure that car out a little bit more, so we're just going to play with some settings, have some fun, take some pictures for ride-alongs. Riley's going out right now for practice, so we're going to go make sure he's good, feeling good, and cheer him on today in the big show. So we'll catch you guys out there. Got back in after like an hour and a half or so of just jamming in the car. Now that we're just like not in the show, we're just having fun. So what we did was we aired the tires down to 15 psi and 2 clicks on the dampener, just trying to like feel out. Now it's like a challenge, like I said, right? I'm just trying to figure this car out a little bit more. Definitely made a huge difference. The difference is now that I found like the car still was floaty after initiation, but now that the tires had more grip with the less psi, when I got on the throttle, it actually started to drive forward a little bit more. So we just get a few leads, not any real chases, and still a few screw ups on my part for sure, because we're trying to find that limit of how fast I can initiate without having the car go flying off track. But I think we found the limit, so I just got to stick to that. I don't know how much more driving we're gonna get in today. Lunch break right now, and then the top 16 starts, so we're gonna go cheer on Riley and make sure that he's got all the tools he needs to do well today. So that will be fun to watch.
Here we go. It's going to be Tommy Lemaire in the chase position. Riley Sexsmith in the lead position. Oh, he's taking out the cone. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Let's go. Riley Sexsmith in the first car. Tommy Lemaire, big initiation.
We see here Tommy Lemaire able to catch up with Riley after that large initiation. Super loud Jay-Z's popping off. Riley gripping that car up and shooting it through our power alley. Tommy Lemaire doing everything he can to keep up as we switch over to our drone view. And Riley going wide. Tommy Lemaire says, I'll follow you there. And rubbing some paint off that door. That's a fresh wrap on Riley Sexsmith's car.
There's so much smoke. The guy in the camera tower was like, help.
Yeah.
I don't know where or what's going on. So here we go. It's going to be Tommy Lemaire in the lead position. Oh, we've lost the run of the tower now.
Oh, that's great.
So Tommy Lemaire in the lead position. We got Riley Sexsmith in the chase. Tommy's car looks great, by the way. Both of these cars very well presented as they come off the line. Tommy Lemaire is going down that wall with a flick initiation. That's aggressive from Riley Sexsmith, but he's losing a bit of ground. He's going a bit wide. Too much angle from Riley Sexsmith as Tommy Lemaire takes advantage and puts foot. Look how fast Tommy Lemaire's car is. Can he slow it down, though? Yes, he can. Tommy Lemaire did a great job there. Riley Sexsmith just kind of went for it, but lost it, went on a bit too much angle. And again, if you lose any ground on this track, it is so hard to catch back up. You can't make any mistakes.
No, you've got like 2 spots to really pick up any gap that's there. So Tommy Lemaire with this nice feint initiation puts him right up next to the wall. Riley does a good job in behind, a bit more of a straight line. Tommy gets on the throttle really early, but able to get through all the zones. Riley able to keep up for the most part. Riley transitioning a little bit earlier here, but at that point, Tommy Lemaire is already gone.
Yeah, but Tommy's kind of missing some zones. He's picking up a lot of pace, kind of cheating the pace because he's not going the correct wide line.
Right.
But the damage might have been done by that point already on Riley Sexsmith because he went on that big angle on the first corner. But I don't know. I'm not a judge.
Nope, neither am I.
Yeah, we're here to just call the action with some poor information.
Yep, off the cuff.
We have opinions, we have notions of our intelligence, but at the same time, it doesn't matter for anything.
Nope.
We're not going to be deciding this one. It's great to see 2 Canadian drifters out there, and this is what I love about the LZ World Tour. Everywhere we go, we get to see new guys, new builds, new cars, throw the locals in there for the local scene.
We talked a little bit about it yesterday. I mean, this is the first competition Riley's had back after a really, really bad motorcycle accident back in 2021. So great to see mentioned before, this is Riley and his team are the ones that I started with. So for me, very emotional to see him back out here. And,
Let's see who's going to get the win, Jacob. It's going to be Tommy Lemaire getting the win. Tommy Lemaire getting the win. I could agree with that. I think the mistake from Riley on the first corner, kind of, regardless of Tommy missing a couple of zones, he was never really catching him back up there. And then he got the big wash from Riley protecting him as well in his lead position. So 2 kind of big errors there. Tommy Lemaire's kind of, I'm just going to say it, he's got a chance here.
I think so. I mean,
we got a very, very all-Canadian battle.
Love
Jacob. 2 legends of the game.
Liam Stanford, Slip Club apparel. If you're in the drifting scene, you've probably got a Slip Club shirt at some point in time. Dave Briggs, OG. This is going to be great. Fast car versus super loose car. See how they do. Liam's got to get back on the power here. Dave Briggs starting to walk away. Big initiation. We see him fly by our window. Dave Briggs getting out there, and you can see just how slippery that STI is as they flip back around. Dave Briggs got all the speed. Liam got all the style. So we'll see what the Canadian fans want. Speed or style, as Liam tries to get that car back around our last outside zone. Dave getting across the line.
It's a super impressive. It doesn't make any sense. The fact that it works quite well.
Yeah.
I love it. And what I love about it is that it's different. Maybe the fans are going to go for the build over the line.
The car's been around forever. I mean, if you've watched any drifting in Canada, you've seen this car. You've seen it. I mean, there's images of it still being used in marketing. There was one the other day for an article about Detroit, and this car was on it.
No way. Well, also, if you're out on track with a drone in the sky, I can see it from here. Take that drone down out of the sky. We got our own drones in the sky. So you guys can remove the drone from the track. That would be fantastic. What I love about it is that of all the cars that have done fantasy battles, the only one to not go off-road was the Subaru Impreza. So that's interesting to me.
I know.
Very interesting. So we see. It might. But we're going to go second half of this one. Dave Briggs, Liam Stanford. And I love about this is that now Briggs we know has the speed, but he's got to kind of adapt a little bit. Stanford's car this is a car that was built quite some time ago.
Yeah.
Not as modern, we'll say, as some of the other cars. So therefore, it's a little slower. And therefore, Dave Briggs is going to have to adapt pretty quickly here, or he's going to run into the side of it.
And this car loves angle. I mean, it's all about throwing a ton of angle, a ton of style. That's kind of what it was built for. It was meant to put on a show, make everybody laugh, make people excited, and that's what it's going to do. So let's see as they come across the line. Liam not caring about that cone. Good initiation along the wall. We'll see if Dave's able to hang tight with all the angles that Liam's able to throw into this as they come around our first set of outside zones. Transitioning back through, Dave holding the car back, but Liam able to keep the car on the track, staying away from the grass. As Dave eyeing up that grass, is he going to take it? Ooh, just dips a toe in. Doesn't go too crazy. So Liam, all those stickers in the back are all from local events. I mean, local photographers. It's got
so much history.
It's a collection. There is, seriously, that is like a collection of drifting history on that back window.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, he's doing himself proud, too. That's the thing. We love bringing the locals into the tour because it's, showcases the local scene. Not everybody around the world who watches a lot of LZ's videos would have, noticed a lot of these cars in previous times. And it's nice to showcase that there's so many individual and crazy things going on all over the world. And that's what this tour is all about, just highlighting the different styles, the different characters, the different people, the different builds from on and off the track. And we're having a blast this weekend with everybody.
Oh, it's so nice. Like, I mean, even me going back and re-watching the other events and seeing the different builds, it also gets me pumped for Australia. Just to understand, like, what that's going to be like. Because as much as Canadians are crazy, we feel like Australians are basically our clones, just on the other end of the hemisphere.
Well, the fans are going to decide this one. This time it's 2 Canadians, so they can't play the Canadian card right now.
So is it going to be the OG and Dave Briggs, or is it going to be the new up-and-comer from Liam Stanford?
I'm going to vote for the Subaru Impreza because I just love that thing.
Yeah.
It's so different. Dave Briggs VQ, though.
We're doing this? All right, guys. Here we are. Bunch of Canadians. That was a phenomenal battle. You people in the crowd are much familiar, yes? All right, who called out who?
It was kind of actually one of our mutual friends that called us both out. So he wanted to see a good old Canadian battle, so we thought we'd give him one.
Do you think it was a good old Canadian battle?
I think it was a great Canadian battle.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. First up, Stanford. All right. Next, Briggs. All right, y'all, once again, I think we do have a unanimous decision. Dave Briggs takes the win. As you would expect at home, that was a very polite Canadian fantasy battle. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Awesome stuff, Dave Briggs. He's a reserved character that basically drives like a maniac. That's what I've learned this weekend about Dave Briggs, and great to see Liam Stanford. Two amazing guys. Had a lot of conversations with them over the weekend. Love their drifting. So we're going to go into our next battle. But you know what? We're going to leave some tire marks. Just keep Dave Briggs off the grass, people. Get that damn car off my lawn.
Alright, so we just finished our fantasy battle with Dave Briggs. Dave is a local drifter here in Ontario. He used to run FD. He's got a really rad Mazworks DQ S14. So yeah, there's no chance I was going to catch him. I pretty much got gapped on the run-up, but kept it together behind him. He pulled some car lengths on us, did a good lead for him, and finished it off with some burnouts for the fans. And yeah, all in all, super successful weekend. I gotta give a shout out to my boy Peter. So we also have our merch booth here right now, and Pete manned the booth pretty much all weekend with the help of some of my other homies. But I want to give a shout out to Pete, because not only did he man the booth, but he also missioned earlier in the week to get us tires, because we didn't find out we were driving until the last minute. And Peter's been running around a lot for us. He's been doing this for me since I started drifting. I owe this guy the world. But he's the meat master, and we're gonna go watch some drifting now.
Let's go, let's go.
All right, we're closing the video, but I want to say one last thing. I want to give a huge thank you to Dov and the whole team at MV Auto. We overcame a lot of hurdles this weekend. We didn't know we were gonna be driving the STI until the last minute, and once again, if it wasn't for Dov and all the guys at MV Auto, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to drive in the LZ World Tour. That car was really fun. It was a hell of a challenge to figure out a new car for me. I learned a lot as a driver. And we just had an absolute blast. It was good to be back with the boys. Last time I hung out with that crew was back when we were at Grid Life in Atlanta in 2018. So thank you so much, MV Auto. Thank you so much, Dov. You guys are going to see more content from us as well as the MV Auto guys in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you in the next one.